After the newest Kingdom Hearts trailer was released during D23, speculation soon followed of what other Pixar or Disney property could make its way into Kingdom Hearts 4. People have already pointed out that the Union Cross medals are a possible hint towards the future worlds. However, which of these have a decent chance? I think the best chance of inclusion would have to rely on the setting of each film. Kingdom Hearts doesn't really do repeats in one game. Look at Deep Jungle and Jungle Book for example. Both were contenders for Kingdom Hearts 1, however only Deep Jungle made its way through because of the setting. Jungle Book also almost made its comeback in Birth by Sleep, but unfortunately it was cut. So let's look at the current list. We have Quadratum, a place that primarily takes place in a city with a presence of modern Tokyo. Coco, which takes place in a very distinct location. It's also a city, but you take one look and you can tell it's from the world of Coco. The Underworld, a very cave-like presence with blue tones, which is a place that seems to be the caves from Kingdom Hearts 2. It could have other areas in it, however that's the only thing we've seen so far. There's Skelad Kalam, another city, but it resembles a coastal city on the outside and vast deep libraries on the inside of the buildings, and then waterways underneath those buildings. It's again a city, but it is very distinct from the other few cities. There's also the soft confirmed world of Star Wars, which looks to be the planet of Endor, as it's set in deep woods with rivers and streams. Now, with these already selected worlds in mind, let's go through the candidates. Incredibles. As much as I'd like to see the Incredibles in Kingdom Hearts 4, I think the chance is very low. Metroville is the main city shown in both Incredibles 1 and 2, but this already starts with an already repeated theme from 3 of the selected worlds. What about the island? The island is a deep wooded area with a large volcano on it, and then rocky beaches surrounding it. The island could be hindered by the inclusion of Star Wars. Endor is probably the location they would showcase in 4, which means the setting of 4's woodsy location is already locked in. Where The Incredibles does make a difference though is Syndrome's Lair and the volcano. Both of these could push it through into candidacy, however I'm not too certain. It'll definitely depend on what planets are used with the Star Wars IP, as if it's just primarily focused on Endor, I don't think they would make another woodsy planet. Zootopia. Zootopia is a movie which also takes place primarily in a city, however it does have the benefit of being distinct with the animals in charge setting, and the obvious Sora being an animal to fit in with the world order. I don't think this world would make an appearance solely for the reason of how dependent the world would be on to take place in a city. If we look at a previous world, for example, Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. does take place in a city, but there's a large building of Monsters Inc. where everything in the world was able to fit without feeling small. Zootopia doesn't really have that benefit of a large building to take place in. There's a police station, but would you really want to be confined in a smaller location just to have the world of Zootopia in? I could see the potential of a Coliseum type system where the hub is a police station, and then you respond to calls of disturbances throughout the city. It could just be waves of Heartless inspired by predatorial animals, taking a major tone of the original film and putting it into the world. I personally can't see a very different world compared to Quadratum. Quadratum is already a heavy city where I think we just feel burnout, and they would probably feel the same way. Moana honestly has the highest chance of making a world, in my opinion. It definitely could not make the cut in 3 due to the Pirates world. Not that it was gonna be a world, but like, you wouldn't want 2 very vast seafaring worlds in one game. However, there hasn't been a seafaring world discussed for 4 yet, so there is potential for it to go into this game. Moana also has the benefit of being a very popular franchise. It has 2 animated movies and a live action movie. I would personally hope that they stick with the animated version though. It does also have the benefit of having the story being the stolen heart of Te Fiti, which kind of reflects back into Kingdom Hearts 1 with Kairi's heart and all the princesses' heart being stolen. Soul. Soul benefits from having a distinct enough location like Coco where I could see it working. It does start out in the city, however, like Coco, it would focus more on the distinctive side of the property. It also has matching themes where the story would tie nicely into Kingdom Hearts 4. It's been a bit of a time since I've seen Soul, so I can't really say too much on the other aspects of Soul. Onward. Onward has a chance to make an appearance. It checks the boxes of the previous worlds, the theme works nicely with Sora's own personal journey. It also has distinct locations that could be focused on. I could see a world that focuses on a few smaller sets that are connected neatly. Think of the Toy Box world, where Andy's room is a room transition away from Galaxy Toys, or even in Mulan, where you have the three-way room transition that goes to the camp, it goes to the mountain, or it goes to the palace. Those are just a couple of examples how a world like Onward could work. I remember the movie kind of being more like road trippy. Ducktales and Darkwing Duck. This is just an honorable mention, as some of the ducks have made an appearance in the series, primarily just Scrooge and the triplets. I don't think a whole world will be included, but there has been a new flood of Darkwing Duck inclusion in other properties such as Orkana. I could see Launchpad making an appearance, helping Scrooge in one of his side hustles with an additional possible appearance of Darkwing Duck. Twilight Town hasn't been confirmed yet, however, we do know that Roxas and Xion, with the gang's help, were looking through the memories of themselves to find clues to find Sora, and Scrooge was last seen in Twilight Town, so there's that. Those are just the properties that have made an appearance in the mobile title that haven't made an appearance in any of the console games. I do think that some of these have a higher chance than others. However, it really just depends on how many worlds there are already selected or how many locations there are already selected. Like I said, they don't really like repeating themselves in one game. I do have high hopes for the world selections. I think 3 was really good. It all felt different. 2 was also really good in all the world aspects. Every world felt different enough. Kingdom Hearts 1 was all different. So I do believe that they know what they're doing when they pick worlds to not feel too samey. But I do hope you all enjoyed watching. I really would like some of your own speculation in the comments if you'd like. As always, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.